That's the Black Widow? I thought you said I was working with Scarlett Johansson. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. And today we're taking a look at the Kingdom version of a popular Beast Wars character. This is Blackarachnia. Blackarachnia was a Predacon on the Beast Wars series, though she would later defect to the Maximals at some point, due to her attraction to the Silverbolt character. Of course, there are a lot of Beast Wars fans that were big fans of Blackarachnia. But of course, for a lot of the male fans, I think we can obviously see why. But then again, there are stranger things to behold. One interesting bit of trivia out of it is that Blackarachnia was voiced by veteran voice actress Venus Terzo, who many fans have known for a lot of different roles. In the 1980 series Captain N the Game Master, she was the voice of Princess Lana, the original character in the series. She's also done a lot of work in various anime. One of my favorites is that she was the voice of female Ranma in the series Ranma 1/2. What can I say? At the time I was buying it, I bought it in the dub. I was a cheapskate at that time. VHS dubs were $5 cheaper than VHS subs. Enough said. Especially when you're working a Kmart salary at the time. At any rate, what we've got here, Blackarachnia is a deluxe class figure. And again, just like with Cheetor and the others, I had to buy her directly online since could not find her in the stores whatsoever around here. And of course, Blackarachnia only comes with one accessory, and that is her anchor crossbow, as some of the viewers have referred to this as. Of course, when you hold it like this, the anchor really takes hold. It is a solid one-piece weapon. And I do kind of like it. It does have its unique styling. That certainly makes it one of a kind. But Blackarachnia, also from the series, also could apparently fire energy blasts from her spider legs. And apparently, from what I've read, you can attach the various firing accessories that came with many of the Siege and Earthrise figures. They can be attached to her spider legs, and you can look like that she is discharging bolts from her spider legs. I mean, I probably should have grabbed more than just the one, but as you can see here, from just that one, that really doesn't look bad. That really doesn't look bad at all. I kind of like that. It kind of makes me wish Hasbro would have taken the extra effort and had her include a couple with her. So that kind of seems like a missed opportunity here. But then again, I guess if you've bought all of the Siege and Earthrise figures, you've got more than enough to use for that. Let's take a look here at Blackarachnia's articulation. And she does have quite a bit here in her robot mode. Her head can turn from left to right, And she can look up and down. Her head is on something of a ball joint. Her arms can be raised up about so far. And the arms do rotate at the shoulder all the way around. May have to move her spider legs out of the way, but it will allow it. Her arms can bend at the elbow, 90 degrees, and she does have a swivel at her bicep. So she also has G.I. Joe battle grip. She does not have the ability to swivel at her hips, so no twisting for her. Blackarachnia can spread her legs apart into a full splits. Keep the jokes to yourselves. Her legs do also rotate, not only just at the hip, but they are especially intended to at her thighs. She won't do that for me. You can raise her leg up at the hip just a little bit, but you can bend her knees almost all the way back. And she does have articulation at her ankle. So you can pose Blackarachnia in quite a number of different positions. Alright, now we're going to transform Blackarachnia, and she is a little bit on the complex side to transform, so I will give you that as fair warning. But of course, since it's famously that her alternate mode is that of a spider, if you can get past the creep factor over that as well, because I know how some people are about spiders, especially Black Widow spiders. Alright, first thing we got to do is we got to get her spider legs out of the way. And then we move her back piece and open it up and move it down like so. Then we're going to take her head and we rotate it so that now she's facing us. And now we got to turn her around. No, we're not trying to cop a feel here, but we got to separate her thorax from her abdomen. And we raise the body up like so. And kind of lean it backwards. Now, for her arms, we are going to fold them inwards at the shoulders. They rotate inwards. So you're going to rotate it so that it comes in like that. And again, we just want to move the spider legs. Keep her claws so that they're pointing straight up. Like I said, she's going to be a little complicated. Keep your legs out of the way. Alright, once we've done that, then you will definitely turn her claws like so that the larger ends are facing each other, like that. Then now, this whole section with her arms can be raised upwards, like so, and then you will turn them around, and then press it back into her body. Just exactly like that. Told you she was complicated, but we're not at the complicated part yet. Now comes the fun part. The next thing we do is we take her ankles and we're going to fold her feet up against her legs. And then we turn her around a bit, shift the spider body out of the way, because we're going to fold her legs up so that they attach to the back sides of her thighs. Make sure they get in there good and snug. Because the next thing we're going to do is we have to rotate them inwards. And this is where it gets complicated, because part of her body wants to shift a bit. You will have to adjust her hip piece, and the legs themselves will have to be rotated at the hip and at the thigh in order to pull this off. The instructions, unfortunately, do not make this very, very clear. But you've got to get them as inward as humanly possible. Or in her case, as spiderly possible. Because for the next step is going to involve getting the spider body raised up and into position. So once we got the legs into position there, I want you to reach inside here to her chest and lift up her breasts and secure the spider body down onto the area just underneath them. And then the spider and the robot legs have to go alongside the body. And like I said, that takes a bit of effort. Excuse me while I fight with her again. Okay, basically you'll also be shifting her hip piece so that it comes and forms the backside of the spider. So it is, like I said, a major pain. The instructions are not very clear of that, which is a shame. Almost makes me long for the G1 days where they had printed text in addition to the pictures. But at any rate, once you've got that in, then we basically get her arms rotated into a position where they will fold down, and the claws of her hands should grab onto the heels of her robot feet. Just like that. Oh, just like that's doing. So adjust and fold. Have them grasp. Then, of course, you can take her crossbow. There's a couple of posts down here at the bottom, and you can connect those into her robot arms so that she can store her weapon, if you so desire. And then all you have to do, well, just drop the crossbow, mainly because the legs don't want to work with me here. And then all you do is you just adjust the spider legs accordingly. Alright, let's try to remount the crossbow. Now that we got the legs where I want them to be, Remount the crossbow. She still dropped it. So we'll just, alright, you don't want to hold it, fine. You don't have to. But there we have it. Blackarachnia is in her alternate mode of a Black Widow spider. And of course, while it is creepy looking, it is a spider after all. It is a rather impressive looking toy, to say the least. And of course, each of her spider legs has articulation at the knee, so you can set her up at different poses. The knee bends and also the knee rotates, so you do get a fair amount of range of motion with her spider mode. And definitely something to creep out your friends and neighbors with. Now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Blackarachnia? Well, the toy is interesting to say the least. It is well designed and sculpted, and both the robot mode and the spider mode look pretty good. They're not the best, to say the least, but again, since I don't have an original version of her toy, I really don't have anything to compare it to. I will say, though, that the conversion method is a bit of a pain in the butt. So I would definitely recommend this to only the most dedicated fans of Blackarachnia, because transforming her is a difficult chore, which I think Hasbro could have done a better job. Hasbro and Takara could have done a better job with it. But otherwise, beyond that, it is a relatively decent toy, and it is one that certainly shouldn't be overlooked, especially given the popularity of this character. Regardless, it does have the missed opportunities with the energy blasts, which is one of the few times I find myself defending the energy blasts. But, other than that and being a pain to transform, Blackarachnia here is a pretty good figure to have in your collection. If only you have the patience for her. And that concludes my review of the Kingdom version of Blackarachnia. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to join our ranks. Make sure you ring the bell, because we're posting videos like crazy this month. I also ask that you share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. That's what helps this channel grow. And share your thoughts about Blackarachnia in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.